What about it being Adidas is like I could, in a real sense, say hostile to Semitic. And they can't drop me. I really want each of the top leaders in Hollywood. I want the top chiefs at the NBA. And at the NFL, we'll do those two things explicitly. This is the manner in which a Hollywood coach was conversing with me constrained me to proceed to apologize. Right, Kanye West has been appreciating generally a serene life. As of late yet, it appears to be certain individuals are still effectively pursuing him. Fans were stunned when it was accounted for that the rapper had hitched the model and structural fashioner Bianca Censori in January of this current year. Toward the beginning of May, Bianca at last affirmed her union with Kanye 45 in a fan video shared on TikTok anyway. Before that, the couple had stayed hush about their association and disclosed only a small bunch of relaxed appearances. Together, Bianca has purportedly kept Kanye grounded following his not exactly genial split with ex Kim Kardashian. They have at long last found a snapshot of harmony in their relationship, one source who worked with definitely told the Courier, yet obviously the Hollywood world class is as yet pursuing Kanye's head, in spite of generally going unnoticed subsequent to getting dropped from almost everything beginning with Adidas, and in any event, being prohibited from Twitter for articulation disappointment. The number of you folks have been at a specific employment, and you're a new broker with a director of circumstance. And presently you will have a hard time believing how the elites are attempting to treat the Jesus Strolls rapper Kanye West will be the subject of another narrative that researches his occasions of offering hostile to Semitic comments and his 2024 official mission. And that basically implies that whoever has been after him is as yet not yet done the issue with Kanye introduced by Mobeen Azar. Supposedly subtleties, some new direct allegations of the rapper and business visionary. Spreading the word about hostile remarks about Jewish individuals, Kanye likewise, as better believe it, confronted huge reaction in 2022. In the wake of offering rough comments on Twitter, as well as sharing enemy of Semitic paranoid fears, and guaranteeing that he'd been hindered by the Jewish media, you simply become acclimated to getting screwed by the Jewish media. And I'm saying you all don't jab the bear too lengthy. The Touch the Sky rappers manage Adidas for his Yeezy footwear line disintegrated not long after he made his virtual entertainment remarks, which is said to have lost him 1.6 billion bucks of his total assets. Short-term Balenciaga additionally disavowed the dad of Four in Vogue and Anna Wintour, said they cared very little about working with him. Again in the narrative, yes, previous colleague and companion, the business visionary Alex Klein, talks about the aftermath that followed Kanye's eruptions and utilizations, hostile manners of speaking straightforwardly against him. The rapper accepts Klein as being utilized by the Hollywood tip-top to go after him. We turned down 10 million bucks. Kanye was exceptionally furious, you realize. He was saying, I feel like I need to smack you. And you're precisely similar to different Jews, nearly savoring and delighting in how hostile he could be utilizing these expressions, wanting to hurt me. Klein proceeded with, I asked him, and I said, do you truly think Jews are cooperating to keep you down? And he said, oh, yes, I truly do, yet it's not so much as a proclamation that I want to reclaim on the grounds that gander at all the energy around me right now. Without that assertion, I wouldn't become president. When I run for president 2024, we need to know what you all chuckling at better believe. It has additionally lengthy communicated his expectations of turning into the leader of the U.S., having run fruitlessly in 2020. He declared his 2024 mission in November. The film highlights Unlatched visiting a congregation that the rapper regularly visits, the Foundation Christian Church in California, and meets an unhoused man who professes to have been approached by the rapper to lead his mission system. The man named Imprint isn't known to have had any involvement with Crusade. The executives, they generally said, I was the most strictly savvy in the room. And Kanye began seeking me for my viewpoint on each subject that surfaced. He makes sense of. He called me the next Monday, the Monday prior to Thanksgiving, And the primary point he made to me was I maintain that you should be my mission chief. To run for president, this forthcoming narrative plainly demonstrates that the Hollywood world class needs to grandstand Kanye's fair, harsh, and unpredictable in any event. Guaranteeing he picked a vagrant to be his mission supervisor, Klein affirms that Kanye's clearly and pleased enemy of Semitism is to be sure a political procedure, and that the public's consideration after he lauded Hitler. Regardless of whether a large portion of it was censures was sufficient proof for the rapper that it was working, maybe the most unsettling guarantee from Klein in the narrative is that Kanye expects to seek after his political desires, no holds barred on the grounds that he accepts it's his inevitable success, his God-picked predetermination, to be chosen president again. They are essentially attempting to make him seem to be a crazy person. He involved these enemy of Jewish proclamations as a component of a political stage, and he let me know that he was endeavoring to do what Trump did in a more extreme manner. Klein says he supposedly later affirms that it's Kanye's objective to supersize Trump. The arrival of Kanye is unavoidable, and I believe it's critical to reveal insight into the circumstance. Klein says this devil in the crate that he's playing with for his own advantage is unreliable. The discussion has become gracious. It's his emotional wellness and goodness. Perhaps a couple of Jewish individuals screwed him over. It resembles no Kanye should be treated in a serious way. Klein apparently joins the extensive rundown of individuals utilized by Hollywood elites to attempt to polish off Kanye after he called them out in November last year. Kanye said that he can't be controlled like his kindred VIPs. While addressing a couple of paparazzi who discovered him going in a Maybach, in the meeting the rapper referenced the names of other well-known individuals and said they have zero control over me. They have some control over Shaq. They have some control over Charles Barkley. They have some control over LeBron James. They have some control over Jay-Z and Beyonce. Yet they have no control over me, you see it. Ain't no name I won't name, it's up the danda maker, additionally tended to American strict pioneer Louis Farrakhan, who safeguarded him in the midst of his enemy of Semitism debate, and said, and just a clergyman Farrakhan, I love you, yet the manner in which you read that I accepted. That as a slight I don't take no lack of respect from no one. So we should get on the telephone, we should work that out, it doesn't matter at all to me who you are. I ain't taking no affronts from no one. Kanye additionally shared one more paranoid fear about missing individuals in Hollywood. He asserted that few individuals, including his mom, Michael Jordan's dad, Bill Cosby's child, and Dr. Dre's child, were all important for a penance. And said my mom was forfeited Michael Jordan. What might be said about him, his daddy, right, Bill Cosby, his child, Dardra, his child in Hollywood, many individuals come up missing. It seems like it very well may be a ton of that to control damage they need to adapt and damage. He then expressed that in spite of the multitude of misfortunes he as of late confronted, he is as yet cherished by God. Cherished me, they hit me whole Adidas. They removed all that still Forbes who detests me right needed to compose total assets $400 million. Jesus is top dog. God loves me, the performer finished up his tirade by taking note of that he could keep on expressing what he might be thinking, and that he could never go to prison since he had never killed anyone. I never killed no one. I'm the that never killed no one, right, except for that implies I can express what I might be thinking and not go to prison. That was presumably the keep going time Kanye made on a public fuss. He has since gone covered and, surprisingly, wedded Bianca while keeping away from at all costs the full glare of the media. A dear companion of both Definitely and Bianca said they are both centered around making the children lies content and consistent. He is still a lot of associated with their lives, however much he can. The source proceeded, which she has truly been keeping him grounded. He prefers that he and Bianca share a ton practically speaking, and can work and team up. One profound guide who is still in contact with the rapper noticed how his circle has gotten more modest and contains just individuals who talk truth into his life. Anybody who is in his life Needs to need to be there. They must be deliberate about taking time with him.